Okay, we're on Pesachim, Perek Daled, Mishnah Bet. Second Mishnah, fourth chapter of Pesachim. The Mishnah is a continuation of the last Mishnah. We're going to see a bunch of things, a bunch of makom shenagu with it, where you have a minhag to do this, you do that. Okay, but the last Mishnah said, if you went from one place to another, then we said, notnim alav chumrei makom sheyatza misham, v'chumrei makom shehalach lasham. You have to be machmir in the case of doing melacha on Erev Pesachim, that we learned in the last Mishnah. So you take the chumras of both places. So our Mishnah is a continuation of taking the chumrot, the stringencies of both, and says the following. Similarly, hamalich perot shviit, mimakom shekalu, lemakom shelo kalu. If you take perot, fruit of shviit, from a place shekalu, kalu means they're lost, they're gone. And I'll explain in a minute what that means, to a place shelo kalu. So now there's a halacha in shviit. We're going to see a Mishnah in shviit. Let's take for a second. Let's look for a second. This is from our study of Sheviit. Okay? And we're going to study Sheviit Perek Tet Mishnah Hey. The Torah says the following, that during the Sheviit, on the 7th year, you're not allowed to plant produce, of course. But what happens if it grows by itself? So the Torah says, V'livhem techa, v'lachaya asher ba'artzecha, and for your animals and the beasts in the land, tiyeh kol tvu'ata le'echol. You have to leave it for them to eat. It should be for them to eat. And so the idea is, let's say apples grow naturally. Can I eat the apples? So the halacha is that as long as there's food in the sadeh for your animals, then you could eat it. But once we say kalu, once it's kalu mina sadeh, once it's gone from the field, once there's no more apples for the animals to eat, then you have to be meva'er. You have to get rid of it. So that's what the Bar Tudura says. Okay? Makom shekalu lechaya mina sadeh. When they're gone, when they're lost, when they have been depleted for the animals of the field, they have to be meva'er, they have to get rid of it. So let's say I have tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers and all kinds of different vegetables. Okay, and the Torah says that the Mishnah says that there's different areas, there's different zones for kalu mina sadeh, because let's say cucumbers grow in zone 1 at a certain pace, and then they're out of the field at a certain time, but in zone 2, in the Galil, for example, they're not gone. And I happen to have a bunch of pickles that I made. I make pickles now, okay? And I made pickles in Galil, and now I'm going to visit my friends in the Shvela, and I bring my pickles with me. So it happens to be in the Galil, we still have pickles in the field, and this is Sheviit, but in the Shvela, they don't have any more pickles. That's the halacha. Hamalich perot Sheviit. Mimakom shekalu, lemakom shelo kalu. Let's say I take my Sheviit perot, okay, and I have to get rid of it. So I'm in the Shvela, and I have to destroy it. I say, no, I'm going to take them to the Galil, where they still have cucumbers so I can eat it. Oh, mi makom shelo kalu, lemakom shekalu. Or from a place, shelo kalu, that they're not done yet, to a place that they're done, shekalu, that they have been depleted, chayav leva'er. Either way, I have to take on, just like I learned in the last Mishnah, that I have to take the chumrah of the place where I came from, and the chumrah of the place where I'm going to. So to here, because I'm going to a place where there's no more pickles anymore, I have to get rid of the pickles. Or because I came to a place where there's no more pickles anymore, I have to get rid of them, even though I'm taking them to a place where they have them. Let's read on in the Mishnah, because we're going to see that's only half of the Mishnah. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Rabbi Yehuda says, Omrim lo, they say to him, Tzei va'avei lecha af atat. Say, go out and you bring yourself. What in the world is going on? So there's a long discussion about this in the Gemara, and the Kahati says that the Bar Tudura takes the opinion of Rav Ashi. Okay, so if we take the opinion of Rav Ashi, he says the following. We have to, in order to understand this, we have to learn a Mishnah in Sheviit. Sheviit, Perek, Tet, Mishnah Hey. I'm in Sheviit. I'm not going to show you where I'm in Sheviit, but the Mishnah says the following. You can look it up in our Mishnah. I don't have the link to it, but we've learned this Mishnah, and it appears somewhere on the website. If you pickle 3 kinds of food, here I have pickled vegetables. I got broccoli, I got celery, I got carrots, I got all kinds of foods that I'm pickling together. Okay? And what happens is, of course, where I live, broccoli is gone now. There's no more broccoli. I have to be meva'er the broccoli. So now the question is, in this Mishnah, do I have to get rid of the broccoli? Or do I have to get rid of all of it? Can I not eat any of it because it all has broccoli taste? Or can I even eat the broccoli because now the broccoli has carrot juice in it? Because when you pickle something, everything becomes mixed together. That's the topic of our Mishnah. Rabbi Lezer Omer, Ochlim ala Rishon. Rabbi Lezer says you can only eat based on the Rishon, the first one to get lost, the first one gone. Once the cauliflower is gone, you have to get rid of all of them because all of them have cauliflower taste in it. Rabbi Yoshua Omer, Av al Achron. Rabbi Yoshua says no. As long as anything, as long as there's carrots in the field, and no matter what, even though everything else is gone, as long as one of them is still there, you can eat all of them. And Rabbi Gamliel says, Kol shekalab mino mina sadeh, yiva'er mino mina chavit. Whatever is gone, that you have to get rid of. Whatever's not, you can leave. So that's our three-way machloka between Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Yoshua, and Rabbi Gamliel. Okay? So, we have the Rabbi Eliezer says the most strict opinion. Rabbi Yoshua is the most lenient opinion. Rabbi Gamliel is in the middle. Let's go back to our Mishnah. Here we said, okay, mimakom shelo kalu chayav leva'er. If there's nothing left, then you have to be meva'er. And Rabbi Yudah said, Omrim lo tzeva velecha af ata. So let's read the Bartenura and see what's going on in the Mishnah. Okay? The Gemara says, basically, the Bartenura says, Plukta de Rabbi Yehuda b'Tanakama. This machloka between Rabbi Yehuda and the Tanakama is in the case of, this is how the Gemara learns out the Mishnah, bekovesh shlosha min hayerek b'chometz o b'tzir. When you pickle 3 types of vegetables in vinegar or salt brine, ushnai mehem kalu l'chaya min hasadeh v'ashlishi lo kala. It's exactly our case. 3 kinds of vegetables, or 4 or whatever. 2 are gone and 1 is not gone. Cauliflower is still there. The celery and the peppers are gone. Okay? I'm back to Pesachim. Sorry, that's a little confusing. Okay? I'm going to close the Sheviit so I don't lose it. Okay? Tanakama Savar, the Tanakama says, Ochal mi otam shekalu, al svach otam shelo kala. The Tanakama says, you can still eat. Actually, I need the Mishnah back. 1 second. Yeah. Tanakama says, you can still eat the ones that are, Tanakama says, you can still eat the ones that are gone, al smach otam shelo kala. Okay, and that is, the Tanakama says, that is like the opinion of, let me see, the Tanakama holds like the opinion of, here we are, Rabbi Yoshua, the most lenient opinion, Afal Acharon. Okay, but, and this is how you learn it. Yes, if everything is gone, if I bring things from where there's still cauliflower, here nothing is there, then I have to get rid of it. This is the part that's implied in the Mishnah. But let's say not all of the things in my pickle jar are gone, but only miksatam, some of them. Ochel af mimina kaleh kol zman shelo kalu. Then since everything else is gone, as long as cauliflower is in the field, or as long as there's carrots in the field or whatever, I can eat all of it. And that's the position we said. Rabbi Yoshua, Ochel af al acharon. So that's the opinion of the Tanakama in our Mishnah. Back to Pesachim. I'm sorry, I keep going around and around, but it's a little confusing. Okay? Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Rabbi Yehuda says no. Omrim lo tzei v'havelecha. This is let's go back to our Mishnah here. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Rabbi Yehuda says, Omrim lo tzei v'havelecha afata. Go bring bring it if you can. Meaning, this is Bartenura, tzei v'havelecha. Bring atami oto hamin shekala. If you can bring out in the field from the min that's lost, like this guy brought from the Shvela. Spolter went to the Shvela, went to the Galil from the Shvela. They have cauliflower, we don't. So go out in the field and bring cauliflower. Velo timsa, but you can't do it. Therefore, you can only eat the meat that's not lost, that's not gone. And that halacha, and therefore that opinion is like Rama Gamliel, that says, Kol shekala mino min hasadeh, whatever's gone is gone, and whatever's not, you can still eat. That's how the Gemara explains the machloket between the Tanakama and Rabbi Yehuda. That the Tanakama holds, like Rabbi Yeshua in the Mishnah, that in our case of the pickles, as long as anything is still left, you can eat all of it. And Rabbi Gamliel, and Rabbi Yehuda holds like Rabbi Gamliel, who says you can only eat what's left in the field. Oops, that's the Sheviit. You can only eat, here we're back to Pesachim, only what's left in the field, and whatever's not left, you say, go bring what's in the field. You can't eat it. It's a very confusing Mishnah. I try to do the best I can to explain it. We'll stop here, and if you have any comments, I'm happy to try to explain it over email at artspotter@gmail.com. And we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harab Simcha B'Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.